Longmeadow Planning Board and Longmeadow Planning Board comes together to review a potential development plan, a project that crosses both town lines.
Plus, we bring you highlights from the kickoff concert of the 2016 Rotary Club Summer Concert Series. All the details about the famous Elvis impersonator just ahead.
And later, library learning. The library will be hosting events to benefit the Special Olympics. Find out how you can join and be part of a great cause.
Those stories and much more ahead on ELCAT News Update.
Thanks for tuning in to ELCAT News Update. I'm Rebecca Green.
And I'm Allie Carrington.
We begin the show with the first ever Town Council official meeting. The 7 members were sworn in by Town Clerk Tom Florence. This marked a historic day for East Longmeadow, the start of the new government change.
Please raise your right hand. Do you, Donald J. Anderson, Paul L. Federici, Joseph A. Ford, Kathleen G. Hill, Michael J. Kane, Eric H. Madison, and Kevin M. Manley solemnly swear that you will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon you as newly elected members of the first Town Council for the town of East Longmeadow, in accordance with the bylaws of the town of East Longmeadow and the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts?
I do.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Members then voted on council positions, president and vice president.
First order of business would be to organize and name the council president and vice president.
I know there's 2 candidates who are interested in this position. Both are highly qualified. I would like to propose Eric Madison only because, Kevin, I appreciate everything he's done for me. You don't know how much I appreciate everything he's done for me since he's gotten here. But in my thought process, as being a 7+ year selectman with 5 years as chairman, I know my first year there's absolutely no way I could have done it, and obviously I could be an exception, probably am. But it takes a little while to learn the ropes and to learn Robert's Rules of Order, and I just thought that with this change, Eric helped write the charter. He's been on appropriations, he's been chairman, he's been on capital, and I just thought that to get the ball rolling for the first year, that I thought Eric would be qualified.
Nominate Kevin Manley to serve as president. Kevin was by far the people's choice as far as the #1 vote for the 7 top finishers. I've served, like I said, a number of years, at least 5 years as committee chairman of a 5-person board, and I understand that there's always going to be the learning curve, but I still, in my opinion, have tremendous respect in the will of the people. I've had a short time to know Kevin, and as also Eric, and both are equally qualified, albeit Eric does have a better understanding of the charter because of his intimate involvement with it. But I see the position as the president of this council as being our president. We're all going to be junior presidents, if you will, with him being more titular, but at the same time offering his own perspective, and also, as I keep reeling back to the will of the people. So I could keep going, so I'll make that motion, please.
I'd like to call a vote right now. The 2 people nominated, Eric and Kevin. All in favor of Eric being president of the town council, say aye.
Aye.
All in favor of Kevin being president of the town council, say aye.
Aye.
And Kevin has it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, with that, now we need to do the vice president vote. And I know there's 2 candidates now who expressed interest in being the vice president of the council. It's Kathy Hill and Paul Federici.
I would make a motion to nominate Paul Federici. Primarily, my reason is he's got a number of years' experience in historical knowledge that I think is going to be critical to the leadership of this council. And I'd like to see him in a position where he could capitalize on, where we could capitalize on that historical knowledge.
I'll nominate myself
Oh, all right.
for vice president. I guess my position is repetitious of the remarks that have been made thus far about everyone's willingness around the table to work together in an open and honest manner, and I stand behind that commitment as well. I am no stranger to the workings of government in East Long Meadow. I had the honor and privilege for 21 years to work at Birchland Park, first as a social studies teacher, and then the last 16 years I had the extreme honor and privilege of being its principal. I helped guide it through from the original Birchland Park to a brand new building. I've spent a number of innumerable hours on building committees, and on that building I'm as proud of as the home I live in on Kibbe Road. In fact, some, my own family included, said I took better care of Birchland than I did at home. However, I've had the opportunity during that tenure to work with all of the department heads. I understand the capital planning process. I understand grant writing and the ability to recruit funds and so forth for the town. But most importantly, we're here today because the people in this town looked for and voted for a new charter, a new form of government, and they asked for change. And some new blood and some new faces. And though I have served in the school department, I'm retired now for 3 years, and I believe I bring that new face to the table. So with that said, I respectfully ask for your consideration.
I'd like to take a vote. All in favor of Paul Federici to be Vice President of the Town Council, say aye.
Aye.
All in favor of Kathleen Hill to be Vice President of the Town Council, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. I just want to make sure, those in favor of Paul Federici, can you please stand?
Couldn't just raise our hand.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So with that, 4 votes to 3, Paul will be Vice President of the Council.
Congratulations, Paul.
Business quickly went into effect with the main discussion points: interim town manager and the search for a permanent town manager.
All right, so the next agenda item is going to be the appointment of an interim town manager. I would say that the term interim is a little bit, it's more like an acting.
It would be acting
Right,
under
it's
Vice
acting.
President.
Interim is not really what we're doing today, it's the
President.
acting. Yes, sir.
I would make a motion that this council appoint as acting town manager for a duration not to exceed 30 days, whose authorities will be as outlined in the charter, to Robert Parent, our current DPW director.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Any further discussion on it? Take a vote. All in favor of Bob Parent being the acting town manager?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Passes. So now we're on to the town manager search. Item 1 under appointment of an acting town manager. We actually have had a presentation done by the Collins Center, which is a consulting firm out of UMass Boston, who came and gave a presentation on what they would like to do for, what they can provide for us as a town for as far as the search goes. So I just wanted to see, do we want to discuss that now?
Why don't we take this in 2 chunks? Why don't we start with the search for an interim,
Okay.
and then we'll take the search for a permanent as a separate chunk? That way we
Yeah,
don't
that's-
confuse the two.
Right, no, that's good, yeah. Put it out sort of generally that we were interested in obtaining an interim town manager. I know it's a difficult season sort of to recruit those individuals that are able to work that 960 hours a year because of the summer and vacations and so on and so forth. But I know we have received 1 resume so far for the interim position. I know we have a little bit more time because we just made Bob acting, so does anybody want to discuss?
I would make the suggestion that we advertise in the Beacon. So I would say if we, during the week of the 18th, is the deadline for application. If we interview on the week of the 25th.
Now we get the Collins Center professional agreement, that's going to be under number 2, but that's for our permanent town manager position, Eric, so.
Yeah, same thing, this, we dispensed with the first part, so yeah. it
Right,
now makes
well, that's
sense.
where we're moving, right, to the next, we chunked it up in 2 pieces, so we'll go
So
to,
I think for clarity, it's worth stating that the Collins Center is a quasi-governmental agency through the University of Massachusetts. And therefore, we can just enter into a intergovernmental agreement with them to conduct these services. So I would then make a motion. I think we all saw the presentation. I think we all felt the same way. I would make a motion that we authorize the president to enter into such professional agreement after reviewing such with the town attorney.
all in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to another town meeting, last week's planning board. This meeting, however, was a bit more crowded than usual. The East Longmeadow Planning Board had a joint meeting with Longmeadow Planning Board to discuss a building project, one that crosses the border of town lines. The meeting began with a presentation from Michael Crowley, principal of the Middle Franklin Development Group, LLC.
I had known the people at Berkshire Health Systems for many years in work that I had done for them, going back almost 30 years now. I had a relationship with Bill Jones, who heads the division of Berkshire, which is Fairview Extended Care, which owns the East Longmeadow Nursing Home at the corner of Dwight and Maple Street. Berkshire owns approximately 20 acres of land, give or take a few, or give or take about an acre. 7.15 of those acres are located in Longmeadow, and the balance is in East Longmeadow. So in the course of a couple of years of discussions with Bay State and with Berkshire, because as my concept started to develop, I thought that we didn't want to just do a single standalone medical building. We thought that the property was far more conducive to do something really special there, to deliver elite medical services to the East Longmeadow and Longmeadow communities, as well as to provide a vanguard of sorts of long-term health care for seniors as they age. Presently, the skilled nursing facility is situated on the back portion of the Maple Street, off of Maple Street. Here's the primary driveway that comes in off of Maple Street in East Longmeadow. Currently, the skilled nursing facility is situated here. And what you don't see here is an extension of that skilled nursing facility, which is a 1970 vintage construction, 68 vintage construction, which Berkshire would like to replace. Their intention is to replace the existing 131 beds here in a brand new facility, which will provide more private rooms and obviously state-of-the-art nursing care. And then they would take this structure or perhaps even replace it, but right now they're contemplating either renovation or replacement, and build somewhere between 20 and 25 assisted living beds in that area. Again, here's my 50,000 square foot 2-story medical office building, and then there's a placeholder here for another potential building in the future.
Although both towns agree to work together, that does not mean any plans are final, or that East Longmeadow will even accept the offer. For now, the boards are taking the plans into consideration for review.
The Board of Assessors also met last week. The meeting began with a review of building permits.
There were no new dwellings in the month of May. We're still holding with a count of 8 year-to-date for new homes.
Just 8, huh?
Right. And there are 4 new solar projects, and year-to-date are 41. Being that this is the end of the fiscal year, we pick up any new growth up through June 30th. I was out driving through town, and we have many, at least 15 new homes that are under construction at some point.
Oh, okay.
So they could be from foundations. There were 3 where the excavation was just beginning, and there are 2 that I went to that were getting their final occupancy today.
Moving on, the Board of Assessors is calling all boat owners. It's mandatory for any East Longmeadow boat owner to file a form of list each year by August 1st. If the form is not returned, the boat owner will be responsible for all excise tax assessed for that year. Questions or concerns? Stop by during business hours at the assessor's office located at the town hall.
Switching gears, last week the town wrapped up a successful and patriotic start for Independence Day celebrations. ELCAT covered the Rotary Club's kickoff concert, the annual town carnival, and more. First, let's take a look back at the concert that kicked off the 2016 Rotary Club Concert Summer Series, Array of Elvis. Ray Gilmet, a 10-time international first-place Elvis impersonator, showcased his talent for all ages. Residents enjoyed live music, food, and good company. Check out the next Rotary Club Concert Series on July 13th with the Diamond Collection.
Now let's ride into a wrap-up of the annual Town Carnival. Hundreds of residents gathered at Center Field to enjoy rides, games, food, music, and more. Stay tuned to next week's show as we'll review the biggest event of the year, the 4th of July Parade.
Now it's time for our weekly segment, Library Learning, where we let you know what's happening at the East Longmeadow Public Library. First up, a Rail Trail Rally. The Rail Trail Rally is a library's special service project this summer. Residents are welcome to ride their bike or walk to benefit the Special Olympics. The event is for all ages. Librarian Jenny Kinder tells us more about the event and how it interlocks with the summer reading program.
Our children's program, you earn tickets by reading, and then you can use those tickets to try to win prizes or for some smaller prizes at our little concession stand. And a third way is to donate your tickets to a jar for the Massachusetts Special Olympics. And if we fill the jar at the end of the summer, then the library will donate some money to the Special Olympics.
The Rail Trail Rally takes place on Wednesday, July 13th at 5 p.m. For more information, head over to the library's website at eastlongmeadowlibrary.org.
After riding your bikes, the library is hosting a presentation by Kirk Westfall, author of No Ordinary Games. No Ordinary Games is an inspirational novel that showcases everyday miracles. Westfall is donating all proceeds to Special Olympics. Go enjoy the book signing presentation along with raffle prizes, pizza, and more. The presentation will take place after the Rail Trail Rally on July 13th at 6 p.m. in the library community room.
Speaking of benefiting a great cause, Brookdale, the senior living community here in town, raised money for the Alzheimer's Association. Brookdale shook things up this summer and implemented a fun program for all community members, a drive-in summer movie night. Brookdale's first showing of the hit Broadway film Hairspray was a huge success. Brookdale raised $248 for the Alzheimer's Association through donations, concession sales, and the 50-50 raffle. ELCAT talks with Brookdale's resident program coordinator, Matthew Snyder, about more upcoming drive-in movie nights.
We also have two other movies. We're going to be showing A League of Their Own, and that's going to be on July 22nd, Friday night. That'll be starting at 7 o'clock as well. And then in August, we'll have Grumpy Old Men, which will be a comedy. It's going to be at 7 o'clock on the 26th, August 26th. I try to talk with the residents and see what some of what their favorite movies are and what they really enjoy. Some of these are their favorite movies. We also want to choose movies that kind of are cross-generational, that can be enjoyed by younger kids and also seniors alike. All the proceeds from our candy and our sales from popcorn will go to the Walk to End Alzheimer's. We do brain health events here. We do brain fitness. We have BFit, that a lot of different signature programs that Brookdale incorporates. But we really focus on brain health because it's one of the biggest issues with seniors today, seniors in the community and seniors across the country. Raising awareness about the issue, talking about it, what can we do to prevent development of Alzheimer's and dementia. All these things we want to really support and help, because it not only helps the community, but it helps the residents that we really care about here in East Longmeadow.
If you'd like to attend Brookdale's next drive-in movie night, make sure to RSVP at 413-224-2200.
Before we end tonight, a reminder for residents. Next month, get ready for the town's annual National Night Out. National Night Out is a free event for vendors to showcase their support for the community while providing information and resources about their business to the public. For those who want to participate, review the registration form online at eastlongmeadowma.gov. The application deadline is July 18th. See you on August 2nd at the East Longmeadow High School.
Well, that will do it for this edition of ELCAT News Update. Be sure to watch meetings on demand at our ELCAT YouTube channel, ELCAT 01028. Follow us on Facebook and watch us on cable channel 191 and 193.
For cable channel times, make sure to check out our ELCAT program guide, available at Town Hall, Library, and the Senior Center. Also, check your mail, as the programs will be delivered monthly within the reminder.
Until next time, I'm Rebecca Green.
And I'm Allie Carrington. Thanks for watching. See you next week.